Guys, I am back. And I'm in my own home. I'm literally in my own home that I've bought by myself. Wild, absolutely wild. This is going to be my new little area where I'm going to film as well. Got my little seat, got my little cushion, got my little blanket. I'm just so happy. And I know I have had some time out. I think it's been a month, but I really needed it. I don't if anybody on here has bought a house before, they understand the stresses that is buying a house. For 7 months, you just completely out of your control. Everything is completely out of your control. You can't do anything about it. It's so intense. So I think when I moved in and did the move, my whole body and my nervous system and everything had been so high, and it was just like fight or flight mode, and it was so intense for me because one of my defects is control. Not having control is really difficult for me to deal with, and it's just the unknown and going through so many thought processes of, am I worth it? Am I worth having this house? Is everything going to mess up? Am I going to fuck up? Am I going to use as soon as I'm in? Because I had loads of using thoughts. I had so many using thoughts. When there's so much stress on my brain, obviously using for me is my solution. So I had lots of using thoughts. And then when I moved in, it was like I just got hit with a wave of sadness, real intense sadness. And I felt really low. And I feel like I've spoken to a few people about it, and I think because my nervous system was so high and so intense, that as soon as I've come into a place where it's quiet and it's peaceful and everything like that, I was on a come down, basically like a human natural come down, but it was so overwhelming. And I just had to take a break from filming. I couldn't create content, I couldn't do this at all. I just didn't have the brain capacity. So that's why I had to have some time off. But I feel so ready to be back doing Still Addicted. So I'm really happy and proud of myself that I actually took that break, because I'm always busy. And another thing that I tend to do is just carry on, and I just run away from my feelings, and I just try and do as much as I possibly can to just ignore. And I just haven't. And I've really processed everything that I've gone through in this last year. It wasn't even just like the move of my house. I started therapy on a really intense topic, relationship stuff, my family stuff, my own personal self stuff, work. Just a lot has been going on. And I think I really needed this time to just sit with myself and just process everything. And I am so glad I did, because I feel so much better. And I'm so excited to show you the place. So I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to do a little tour. So we are in the conservatory here. This is my garden. Cute. I love it. I'm so happy. This is my desk, vinyl player, records, obviously washing, and then living room there, kitchen. I got these for £30, both of them. How good is that? Just amazing. All my books, art wall, yeah, living room, TV. That's all I'm going to show you today, because I upstairs is still a bit messy. It's not really unpacked, but I love it. It's so cozy. It's just my little humble abode. And yeah, I'm so happy and I can't believe I've done it. I was in grands of debt. I was doing stuff to get money that I didn't really want to do. Just because of my drug addiction, and now I'm in my own home that I bought myself. Like, what the fuck? These are the gifts of recovery, seriously. So if anybody out there is struggling, I promise you now, if you put some work in and you ask for help, you can do this. So yeah, I also wanted to use this episode I want to ask you what it is that you want to see from me, because I feel as well I've done so much content on early recovery, what early recovery was like for me, what early recovery could be like for you. I've gone through the steps. I've gone through the 12-step program on my YouTube, and I want to give you more of my life now and what recovery is like for me now. So please comment below, let me know, because obviously I want to help as many people out there. And if you still want me to do obviously very much recovery based topics, then 100% I will do. But I feel like recovery for me feels different now. So I also want to show you what it's like to be in recovery 4 and a bit years on. Because, for instance, the moving house and stuff like that, that was such a big thing to do whilst sober and whilst having to navigate everything without picking up. I wanted a drink so badly, like so badly. So many people, normal people in the world, do all of this and then they get to go home and they get to crack open a bottle of wine and just have a little chill. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't do that. So it was like navigating all of that, and I want to show you guys that kind of stuff as well. It's been a whirlwind. I've had a lot of adjustments of just being in my own space, being in my own house, understanding this new way of life. But I'm very happy and excited to share it with you all. I feel like everything's lifted and I feel like a weight has come off my shoulders and all of this. So I want to know what you want from me, and because I feel like my content now needs to change, but I want to do it in a way where I'm still helping people. And I don't want to be repeating myself. And obviously, if people comment and stuff like that, I can direct them to the particular episodes where I've talked about whatever topics. But I just want to really showcase how it is now. So, anyways, for instance, the house move, right? So, the house move was just, I can't explain how stressful it was. It was so stressful. And those using thoughts were there and everything like that. And obviously, I didn't pick up, thankfully, but it was very loud. And then when I got into the house, it's like I was slapped with depression on a serious level. I was so low and I was just so sad. And I ended up going to a meeting a week, I think it was last week, and I ended up sharing and I got quite emotional and I was just like, I don't understand. I've gotten everything that I've wanted. I've been working so hard for this and everything's going well in my life. I've really worked for all of the things that I've got in my life, but I feel like the void that we all fill with drugs, it was just so apparent that it wasn't being filled, and I didn't understand why 4 years on I'm still like that. And that is, I will never be able to be fully recovered. And that's the acceptance that I've got to live. I've got to accept that. I've got to surrender to that, is the fact that I am a work in progress. It doesn't matter that I've not picked up for 4 and a bit years. I will still have to continue to work on myself. And I think I was annoyed that I had to work on myself, purely obviously laziness. I can't be arsed, I'm busy. Do you know what I mean? I just can't be arsed doing step work. I've done all the steps. and I do work them on a daily basis. My steps are very ingrained in my everyday life. And I work the traditions of the 12-step program. So it's like, what more do I need to do? But I think what I've realized is that I started therapy last year and I did it for a bit and I got through a lot of it, but then I just stopped because I started feeling better. And I think that's the thing that I really do need to work on. And I think that's where my anxiety and my self-hating talk comes in, and that feeling of not worthy. I was in my home feeling like I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to have this house. And it's that kind of talk that I want to stop doing. So I've contacted a therapist and I will be starting therapy again. And I've come to acceptance that that is something that I have to do. And it's just because I don't want to keep going round in cycles. And I think this last year, I've just gone round in cycles. I've done a bit, I've got better, and I've just stopped. And then because I feel better, and then it comes back around, and I need to stop doing that. I need to stop working on myself when I feel better. And I think that when you, in a recovery sense, you find so many people relapse because they can find themselves feeling better. They've gotten everything, they've got all their external things, and then they slowly slip away because they stop doing the work on themselves. I don't want to do that. I don't want to relapse. So I have to put in the action. This 12-step program is an action-based program. So therefore, I need to put the action in, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm putting this out here now because I'm taking accountability and the fact that I'm not going to stop this therapy when I feel better. I feel really good now, and I'm still wanting to go to the appointment. So that's a good thing. That's a good step in the right direction. So it was all a bit crazy. And I think the thing is, as well, I've spoken about how chaos feels so normal. So that heightened stress, really fight or flight mode stuff is so normal to me. So it's like being in a peaceful, such a serene home. It was just like, what the fuck? This is so wild. Do you know what I mean? This is mine. It was crazy. But anyways, I'm just going to leave it here for today. But I'm excited to chat to you guys. Please comment on my video. Let me know what you want. Let me know if you want me to do more everyday things. I feel like I want to do some vlogs of my everyday, even though that's really scary because that's videoing outside my home. But I do want to show you what I get up to. So let me know if that's something that you want to see, and I'll leave it there. But it's so good to be back, and I love you all. And this is Still Addicted, and my name is Isra. Thank you. Bye.